Hey everyone, in this video we are going to be talking about hurricanes. Hurricanes are powerful forces of nature. These storms may be hundreds of miles wide, bringing lots of strong winds and heavy rains to large areas. But that's not all hurricanes can do. They can also make tornadoes and floods. Yes, tornadoes and floods. You might have said, I want to learn about hurricanes. Well, you're in luck. In this video, you are going to be learning about hurricanes. Let's get started. How do hurricanes form? Hurricanes start out as a group of thunderstorms out in the open ocean, near the Earth's equator. They get the energy that they need from the warm ocean water. As wind moves across the ocean, warm water evaporates and turns into water vapor. This water vapor keeps rising until it reaches high up into the sky, where it cools down, forming huge, towering clouds above the ocean. The warm air that's rising starts to create a low-pressure area near the ocean's surface. Cold air rushes in to replace it, and slowly warms and starts to rise too. This cycle keeps repeating, making the clouds grow larger and larger and larger. Fun fact, most hurricanes have a diameter between 100 and 300 miles, and some hurricanes are even larger. Okay, let's get back to how hurricanes form. Trouble starts when the air that is around the low pressure area starts to move in a very fast spiral. This causes yet more warm air to be sucked up and spread out over the storm, making the storm's winds even faster. And faster winds cause lower air pressure in the center of the storm, which causes more cold air to rush in, and the cycle continues, making the storm grow larger and stronger. When the storm's winds reach 39 miles per hour, it is called a tropical storm. And when they reach 74 miles per hour, the storm is called a hurricane. Every single hurricane has an eye and an eyewall. What is an eyewall, you ask? An eyewall is a circle of storms that is just outside of the eye. The eyewall has the strongest winds and heaviest rains of a hurricane. While the eye of a hurricane may have none, inside the eye of a hurricane, the sun could be shining. But don't be fooled and go outside, or the eyewall is soon to follow. And remember, the eyewall has the strongest winds and heaviest rains of a hurricane. You do not want to be stuck outside when the hurricane's eyewall hits. Both the eye and the eyewall are in the center of the hurricane. Did you know that all hurricanes and tropical storms are given names? They are not given names for fun though. Hurricanes and tropical storms are given names to make conversations about them easier, and so that scientists and meteorologists alike can keep track of them and monitor them easily. Hurricane and tropical storm names are used again after 6 years. However, if a hurricane were to cause great damage, its name would be retired, meaning no other hurricane or tropical storm will have that name ever again. Some retired hurricane names are Katrina, Andrew, Harvey, Irma, Maria, and Nate. Remember, there are many other retired hurricane names. These names will never be used again to name hurricanes or tropical storms. Every single hurricane and tropical storm is different from the other. Some are really strong, while others are really weak. There's a scale used to measure hurricanes, just like tornadoes, although it's a bit different from it. The scale used for hurricanes, can you guess what it is? The scale used for hurricanes is called the Saffir-Simpson scale. The Saffir-Simpson scale gives hurricanes a number from 1 to 5 based on their sustained wind speed. A Category 1 hurricane is the weakest, while a Category 5 hurricane is the strongest. Category 3 hurricanes or above are called major hurricanes. The damage a Category 1 hurricane does can be classified as minimal. A Category 1 hurricane has winds that are between 74 to 95 miles per hour. A Category 1 hurricane does some flooding and damage to plants. The damage a Category 2 hurricane does can be classified as moderate. A Category 2 hurricane has winds that are between 96 to 110 miles per hour. A Category 2 hurricane also does some flooding and damage to roofs and plants, and uproots some trees. The damage a Category 3 hurricane does can be classified as extensive. A Category 3 hurricane has winds that are between 111 to 130 miles per hour. A Category 3 hurricane does quite a bit of flooding, uproots a bunch of trees, and causes damage to houses and mobile homes. The damage a Category 4 hurricane does can be classified as extreme. A Category 4 hurricane has winds that are between 131 to 155 miles per hour. A Category 4 hurricane does serious flooding near the coast, uproots a lot of trees, and damages many homes, and buildings. The damage a Category 5 hurricane does can be classified as catastrophic. A Category 5 hurricane has winds that are more than 155 miles per hour. A Category 5 hurricane does a lot of flooding and damages most structures. Now, you are going to be learning about what to do in the event of a hurricane. Fortunately, hurricanes give you lots of time to prepare, unlike tornadoes. First, you should never panic. Stay calm. Keep checking the weather forecasts to see if the hurricane is strengthening or weakening. If the hurricane is getting stronger, you may be told to evacuate. Evacuate means to temporarily leave your home and go somewhere safe while the hurricane passes. Make sure you already have a plan of where to evacuate if necessary well before you're told to evacuate. If the hurricane is weak enough that it's safe to stay inside your home, make sure you have your emergency kit and a bunch of flashlights. The power commonly goes out in hurricanes. You should also board up your windows with wood or storm shutters if you have them, because you don't want the glass to break. In a hurricane, like a tornado, you should head for the lowest floor of the building, like a basement. Remember, you want a room with little to no windows and in the lowest possible part of the home. If the hurricane suddenly stops, remember, it may be the eye of the hurricane. Don't go outside unless you're completely sure that the hurricane has passed and that you have your parents' approval. Once outside, be careful. Don't swim or step in floodwaters since they might contain lots of chemicals and dirt. Don't go near any down power lines or tilting trees. If you follow all of these rules and listen to your parents, you'll be safe. Storm surge and tornadoes. What do they have in common? Hurricanes can create them both. You already know what tornadoes are, but do you know what storm surge is? Don't worry, I'll explain. It's easy. Storm surge is not a wave. It is a temporary rise in water near the coast. The hurricane's wind pushes water from the ocean onto the coast. Areas near the coast might get 20 feet of storm surge. Most of the times, though, storm surge is only a couple of feet deep. But that doesn't mean that storm surge is not dangerous. Storm surge is extremely dangerous, and you should always stay out of its way. Now, last but not least, some fun facts about hurricanes. Fun fact number 1. For a hurricane to form, the top 164 feet of water that is below the ocean surface has to be at least 80 Fahrenheit. Fun fact number 2. The Atlantic hurricane season runs from June 1st to November 30th each year. Fun fact number 3. To learn more about hurricanes, meteorologists fly into them using a special plane that is designed for the roughest weather called the Hurricane Hunter. Fun fact number 4. Hurricanes keep getting stronger while they're over warm water. Once they move inland, they quickly lose their strength. Fun fact number 5. Hurricanes can be seen all the way from space. There are many other cool stuff to learn about hurricanes, but that's all for this video. Make sure to review what you have learned and to keep on learning. See you in the next video. Bye!